Welcome to the Hollis Chapman Show, where we celebrate the power of words and the beauty of storytelling. Join us every week. We have conversations with authors and small business owners. We have exciting lineup of guests who will take us on a literary journey like no other. Join us as we delve into the world of authors and small business owners from diverse backgrounds and cultures, each bringing their own unique perspective and voice to the table. From thrilling memoirs to captivating fiction and business startups, our guests will share their stories, their struggles, and their triumphs, offering us a glimpse into the rich tapestry of human experience. Immerse yourself in the magic of words and discovery as we explore the global literary landscape together. So grab a cup of tea.
Hello, Candace. How you doing?
Oh, hi. Just one sec. I'm just trying to figure out my headphones.
That's fine. I'm gonna put you. I'm gonna mute your mic, okay?
Okay.
Because it sounds good. I'm gonna mute your mic. Finish the intro. Then I'm gonna introduce you, and then we'll go live again. Okay?
Okay.
Thanks, ma'am.
Cozy up by the fire, and join us on this adventure of a lifetime. The Hollis Chapman Show is your ticket to a world of imagination, inspiration, and enlightenment. Don't miss out on the opportunity to connect with some of the most talented and compelling voices in literature today. Tune in and let the journey begin.
Hello, and welcome to the Hollis Chapman Show. I am Hollis. Very happy to have you here. If you're wondering, I feel better. It's been a tough week. Been sick all week. But I'm excited to have our special guest here. Hey, she's from my neck of the woods. She's from Montreal, Canada. I grew up from Plattsburgh, New York. That's a little south of Montreal. So we used to do, as we were growing up, we made multiple trips to Montreal to get some Molson Ale beer. It was stronger from Canada. They made it a little stronger from the New York. But that's a whole other show right there. Yeah, our special guest, she's born in Montreal, Quebec. She spent years backpacking and working around the world. How cool is that? And I say that, if you see her picture on her website, beautiful smile, blonde hair. So she's backpacking to different parts of the world. Boy, she must attract them like flies to her. Got a beautiful smile, a blonde hair. She just sticks out like a sore thumb. So she must have a lot of challenges there. Let's welcome to our show a special guest today, Candace MacPhie.
Hi there.
All right. Hi there.
Wow, that was
How's
that's quite the intro. Thanks for that.
no problem. Hey, how's those headphones? They okay?
They're working perfectly. Thank you. I'm all set. And you know what? I thought this was on camera. I've got makeup on. I
Ah.
did my hair. I was ready for a face to face.
Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta tell you, people that know, I do audio only because it just gives me other stressors, right? When I have to do video, so I just do audio because it just stresses me out too much.
Well, you're
Anyway.
missing out today because I splashed out and I got ready.
Oh, you
So
poor
so
thing.
there
Well,
you go.
I told people looking at your headshot there, and like I said, you're attracting like crazy because that beautiful face, hair. So that made me think about, boy, you going backpacking all over the world. You must have attracted people to you because, oh, look at the blonde lady, look at the hair, look at her. Right?
Yeah.
Did you have some challenges that way?
I sure did.
Yeah,
Yeah, there
yeah,
was a lot. Mhm,
yeah,
mhm.
yeah. I believe it.
Loads. Yeah.
But you hung strong and didn't put you down. Like I said, it's very cool to sit there and backpack. What made you say, okay, mom and dad, I'm gonna go backpack in the world? What was their response when you started telling them that?
Yeah, yeah. No, it was actually just dad, and the reason
Oh,
was
okay.
it was no, it's after my mom died.
Oh,
I I spent most of my youth kind of being a caregiver. My mom got sick when I was
oh,
14, and it was a long haul, right? She fought like a trooper and stayed with us as long as she could. But by the time she died when I was 22,
mhm.
I I didn't kind of know what I like to do. I was very good at, going to the hospital but I hadn't really discovered who I was. So I got a job after university and worked, but everything was just empty and just really kind of dull, and I had backpacked once upon a time for a couple weeks in the summer and really
Mhm.
enjoyed it. And I thought, you know what? That's what I'm doing. So I sold everything. I told everybody I was doing this because I was so scared I was going to wimp out. Like I told the cool guy at the gym. I told because I said, if I don't go, I'm going to look like the biggest loser. So I said, I am going to force myself into this, and that's it. I sold everything and just packed my bag and left.
Very cool. What was the probably most fascinating place you visit before we get to the questions? What was the most fascinating place you visit when you first started out?
Ooh, fascinating is an interesting word. So in terms of fascinating, I would probably say Egypt because I've
Mm.
always been really fascinated with that history. And that to me is very difficult as a woman to travel there, but it was in terms of the fascinating word, just blew my mind with all of the things you can see when you're in Egypt.
Oh, that is exciting. That's neat. I kind of got my little bucket list started doing some things now. So
Hmm.
I'm just trying to travel right now at a later age, certain things. And it's like, wow. But yeah, I haven't been to Europe. So that's next up on me. And that's exciting. Egypt and stuff like that. Good for you, though. Good for you.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, so I know you got a family, your husband, and like you
Yeah.
said, one thing we got positive out of COVID, we had a lot of authors out of COVID. I've had
Hmm.
numerous of people come on the show. They said, "Well, I started to write during COVID, and you
Yeah,
did the same thing. So good for you there."
I did.
What was the other wow moment to make Candace start writing? What was it? What was the point where okay, they
Okay.
came? Go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah, no, no, no. The wow moment for me was I was working, I had a big job at the corporation. I had a huge team, and I loved going to work for a lot of years. I loved it. I'd be in the shower thinking about how I was going to solve a problem or what I was going to do. And all of a sudden it just lost its luster. And my kids were growing up so quick, and I looked at them and I went, "Holy cow! I've basically outsourced their whole childhood to someone else to raise them."
Mhm.
And I was running out of time, so I had the tough conversation with my husband and said, I'd like to stay home, and that was it. That was my moment. And when I left work, I did some consulting, but it was just more of the same. I was just still distracted mentally, and I had always wanted to write this story. uh Also, it was a lot, right? Like, a lot happened, and I needed some distance from it. And distance in this case was time. And it was time to be able to look back objectively on the story and be able to tell it in a way that was real, and not and feel like I had to fudge something or sort of cover something up. Like all of my, mistakes and everything I did are all on those pages. So it was easier because with the distance, I felt like I could do it. So yeah, that was it for me. I wanted something different, and I wanted to learn how to do this. It took years for me to learn how to do this. I thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna be able to write books. Whoa, whoa, no, 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 I could not. I got some feedback, and it was very kind but very thoughtful in terms of, and I had to spend years developing the competency to learn how to write. So yeah.
Wow, good for you.
Mhm.
Okay, we realized that we sent you two sets of questions because we've mistakenly didn't realize which book you wanted to promote. Which book are you promoting today?
Well, I guess we'll go with the first one because Finding Color is the first book in the series,
Okay,
and I'm actually working on my third one right now. The second
okay,
one's out too, but let's start with the first one because that's where the journey begins.
okay. Go ahead. Tell us a little bit more about the book and tell us about the cover. How did you come up with the cover and how that process started? Because I said, as you just said, the writing wasn't as easy as you wanted it to be. Now putting it all together and putting things together like that and the cover and the designs, that's tough too. So kind of tell us how that all came together as well.
Yeah, this is where my past experience came in handy. It didn't come in handy in terms of learning how to write, but organizing, I'm very good at
Oh, okay.
managing a